Welcome. God bless you. Thank you very much. I'd like to put it straight. This is not my story, but this is an experience, a life experience that somebody had purportedly in ECG. And so I bring to you the story of this young lady who narrated how she was deceived by the church. I did not conduct the interview. I didn't actually have exclusive rights to the video, but I think that it is very, very important that you out there should listen to this and hear this. It is not in any way a fight against anybody. It's not a fight against Bushiri, but it is a campaign against falsehood that seems to have come to settle within the prophetic churches. In the olden days, the prophets of the Old Testament were just committed to doing what God wanted them to do. They never did anything to be popular or to gain acceptance of the people. In those days, prophets were not even accepted by the people. Majority of them were killed. That Jesus at some point in time lamented and said, "Oh Jerusalem, Jerusalem, Jerusalem that kills the prophets that were sent to her." So in those days, it wasn't such a flamboyant office. It wasn't an office that was attached with so much fanfare. Not so many people desired to be. Even Jeremiah at some point in time refused to attend to the things that God sent him because of the persecution that he was getting. But today, everybody, 25-year-old, 18-year-old, 15-year-old boys are becoming prophets. Little girls are becoming prophetess. Even prostitutes are becoming prophetess. People with marine spirits are prophetess. And so this is where we are now. And so don't be crossed with me for sharing this video with you. I want to ask you to relax and get into the video. And I'll be seeing you in the next video. Until I come your way again, I want to say to you, Shalom. Kindly share this video, like it if you do, and put down your comment in the comment section. The Lord be with you in Jesus' name. Amen. Bye for now.
Please note that this video is not meant to discredit anybody that goes to the church, but just to light some information on my personal experience as a member of the church. I am well aware of the backlash that may come after this, and I'm honestly prepared to deal with it. I'm not changing my story because it is the truth and nothing but the truth. In September 2015, I was introduced to ECG by my mother, who was introduced to the church by a close friend of hers. I would always see her get up in the morning at around 6 o'clock to prepare lunch for everybody so that she goes to church to spend the whole day there. Now, obviously, I was not keen on going to the church because I'm just thinking, you leave at 7 and you come back at 4. What kind of a church is that? Now, later on, approaching November, I changed my mind and I decided to join the church. When I went there, honestly, I loved everything about the church, from the kind of songs that they worship to the way that they prayed. And obviously, at that time, when you're somebody who's young, who is struggling, you are in it for the miracles. You want the money, you want the success, but you don't know what it takes for you to get the success. So as a result, I ended up falling for everything that Prophet Bushiri said. I had all the church's merchandise, from the wristband to the pens to the books, and even decided to sign myself up as a steward. Now, for those of you guys who may not know what a steward is, Prophet Shepherd Bushiri's church has different branches of stewards and exactly what their duties are. Some they sell the books, some it's Bible study, and so on. So I decided to join the sales department, and in order to do so, you go through a program where you meet up each and every Saturday, you discuss things, and once you have graduated, they baptize you and you become a steward. Now, during my journey of becoming a steward, I met this gentleman who I honestly fell in love with, but not in a romantical sense. I looked at him as a man of God, as a brother who was there for me and in all times. Now, when I met the guy, I was just going through the transition from becoming a church member into a steward. So we're sitting by a place where they call it the miracle tent. And I was sitting next to this gentleman, and he obviously exchanged numbers, etc., etc. I told him literally everything about myself, all the information, why I was in the church. Mind you, at least 80% of people that go to that church is because they want financial breakthrough or anything materialistic, whether it's a house or a baby. It is they are never there because they want to find the spiritual connection with God. And honestly, I was one of those people. I wanted money because I wanted to start an entrepreneurship journey, and I felt that, okay, this guy is a man of God. And yes, I did believe that he was a man of God. I was ignorant like many other people and did not believe anything that was told to me thereof. Now, I became super close with the gentleman. And every time I did not have money to go to church, he would either send me taxi fare to go to church or personally pick me up from church. I looked at him as a heaven sent, as a guy that was there for me. He advised me in a career path that I was about to choose, and I felt, what better connection than to have this kind of guy? And I was instantly blown away when I thought that, okay, this is one of the miracles that Bushiri is performing, me meeting this amazing guy. We would spend Fridays and Saturdays together. We would sometimes do Bible study. He would come over to my place for lunch or dinner, etc., etc. After the gentleman had gathered all the information that he needed to know about me, I remember on a specific day, this was in 2017. It was 2017 April. We're sitting again at the miracle tent where he said to me, do not worry, I have a feeling that today is your day to get prophesied. Obviously, I'm jumping over the moon and excited because this is the day I have been waiting for. Now, when Prophet Shepherd Bushiri called out my name, it was honestly one of the most amazing days ever. So we ran to what they call the main hall. It's about maybe a 300-meter run from the miracle tent to the main hall. When I got to the main hall, unfortunately, there were other people that had a similar name to mine. So out of disappointment, I went back to the miracle tent. But because Prophet Shepherd Bushiri, who I believed was a man of God and was a man with a big eye, I believe that he would know that this is not the kind of person he's looking for. He described the kind of clothes that I was wearing. And as a result, I knew that I am definitely the person who is meant to be called. Unfortunately, I never ended up going to the main hall. However, he prophesied while he was in the main hall and I was in the miracle tent. He said the paint of my house. He said what kind of food I had in the morning. He said very, very crucial information such as what I was studying towards at school and what kind of career I was in pursuit of, the amount of money that I had in my bank account, which wasn't as accurate, but it was very near. The color of my bedding, such little detail that made me believe that this was really a man of God. He told me that everything that I have been praying for will come to pass. And honestly, I could not be more excited. It was like now a validation that now this is a true man of God, and all the time that I went to his church did not go to waste. Little did I know that I was being the fool here and I was being played. Now back to the man of God. I hope you're following me now. Back to the man of God that I had met in my stewardship journey. Now obviously he drops me off at home and sometimes we will have dinner together after church. Being a girl, I decided to snoop over his phone because I had now started to develop romantic feelings for him, and I decided that okay, let me check, is he in a relationship or he is lying to me. When I went through his WhatsApp, the number that really caught my attention was an international number that was unsaved. So I decided to open up the conversation, and let me tell you what happened next. This guy had given out details to an international number about everything: my name, my cell phone number, my age, what kind of clothes I was wearing. Literally everything that Bushiri had prophesied me about, he was told by the guy that I had become close to. So during this triangle, I'm assuming that I tell this man of God, who I thought was a man of God, information about me. He comes to my place, he sees my place, he sees the kind of bedding that I have, he sees the paint on my wall, and he tells this another guy. That other guy feeds Bushiri the information, and Bushiri pretends that he is now prophesying people over information that nobody knows. Obviously, you will not think about it. How would he know my house paint? How would he know the color of my bedding? How would he know my bank balance? Obviously, those are the little things that convince you that this is a true man of God. Out of shock, I decided not to confront the guy immediately. And over WhatsApp, I decided to send him a text that evening because it gave me a restless night. I decided to send him a text and told him that I saw a conversation with you and this international number, and you told them literally everything that Bushiri prophesied to me. You told them in the morning, and Bushiri did prophesy to me in the afternoon. Let me tell you, the guy did not respond and he blocked me. There are many similar stories to mine that are happening throughout South Africa and honestly throughout the entire world. One thing that I have noticed about the church is that once you get there, you have this atmosphere that makes you feel welcome, and it makes you feel like this is a place that my heart is meant to be. You become hypnotized that everything that is told to you, you think it is false, untrue, or just fiction. You become so defensive of him, you would swear he is your own parent. I've had a lot of people share their experiences with me with regarding what happened to the church and why they left. This was merely me sharing my story. A word to anybody listening out there: nothing in life comes easy. You need to work for the things that you want. There isn't such a thing as an instant miracle. No matter how hard you may pray, you need to pray knowing that you are putting as much work and effort into whatever you are praying for, so that even when God hears your prayers, he sees that it is aligned with your hard work and everything else. That is one thing that people who go to Prophet Shepherd Bushiri's church lack, is hard work. And you guys can attack me, I don't care. People lack hard work, and I'm speaking this from personal experience. Nothing in life comes easy. You need to work for it. There isn't such a thing as an instant miracle. Now, this is I've come to the end of the video. If you have watched the video till the end, thank you very much for listening to my story. I've been very afraid of sharing it with you guys, mainly because I was afraid of backlash, but now because I've understood that, you know what, it comes with the territory of being a blog.